What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, the brother Robert Mason coming through with the donation to the channel via the PayPal. Much respect to you, brother, for showing love. So, on KG Certified, Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, teammates, of course, on those great Celtic teams in the late 2000s, early 2000 teens. Won a championship together, and they do a podcast together. I think they have another podcast called, what is it? The Ticket and the Truth, I think it is. But anyway, they're talking about Kawhi Leonard. Of course, it's been revealed by the Clippers organization that Kawhi is suffering from yet another knee injury. All right? He had surgery back in March, which cut short what was a brilliant season he was having. Stop me if you heard this one before. So talk got around to the possibility of Kawhi Leonard retiring, which would be a rather premature retirement, being that he's 33 years old. But it's been an injury-plagued affair for him for the last 7 years. So this is what they said. Kevin Garnett, on top of that, on that particular subject, said, quote, "All of this comes with the territory, man. As you get older, you have to maintenance yourself a lot more. Things swell more. Things hurt more. You get up feeling more things. You don't think LeBron is swelling? You don't think Anthony Davis is? This is part of it. Everybody's hurt and everybody's getting better." Talking about the other people, the younger people. When you are 30 plus or 32 plus, then yeah, the body will swell when you put it through rigorous exercise. And Paul Pierce has laid it down the line saying, quote, "Kawhi long-term should really start contemplating retirement. Think about how many years we've been seeing him go through a clear house or surgeries or sitting out this many games because of knee swelling. It's going to get to the point where you want to be able to save your legs for after you retire. You should really think about the future because this is too much to put your body through." Now, to be fair, if you read that, he didn't say he should retire right now. That's not what he said. Although a lot of people are going to misquote him and say, oh, he's saying he's retired right now. That's not exactly what he's saying. But what he is saying is Kawhi Leonard and his fans need to be realistic about his future. Kawhi is not going to be a guy that's going to be blessed like a LeBron James or even a Kevin Garnett or even a Paul Pierce. LeBron James is going to his 22nd season. And barring some unfortunate injury, he's probably going to have an all-star level season. I mean, I don't know how he's still playing, the level he's still playing. You know, some of it's the rules changes. Some of it is the advantages him basically playing in the stretch 4 position, whatever he's been playing lately. Some people got other speculation is what it is. But look, Kevin Garnett played 21 years. Wasn't the same player the last probably 5 years, but you know, he played 21 years. Even Paul Pierce, he played 19 years. Wasn't the same player for the last 4 or 5, but still, their health, which was relatively preserved, allowed them to have extensively long careers. Kawhi's not going to have that benefit. And what he's also saying is, look, all these surgeries that you're having, all these repetitive, repeated injuries you're having, these things are going to have more of an effect on you as you age. Okay? When I say age, I'm not talking about his playing career. I'm talking about after his retirement. Look how Charles Barkley walks. Look how Shaq walks. To be even more extreme, look at the struggles of George Mirasan. Well, he's 7'7", so that was going to have an effect on him anyway. But if I'm not mistaken, George Mirasan walks with a cane I think last time I checked, or maybe even a Walker, he's only 60-ish. When I say only, I mean that's not extremely old. Look at Earl Campbell. Earl Campbell, I mean, at one point in time, I think he's got a little better, but he was basically immobile. Or he had to walk with like a walker. This is one of the great athletes of his generation in the NFL. You know? So Kawhi it's not just about the NBA career. Yeah, he still, when he's healthy, he still plays at a very high level. You know what I'm saying? Although I think he's losing some of his efficacy at the defensive end. But there's going to be a deterioration at some point. Okay? Is it fair to Clippers organization? Is it fair to your teammates? And is it fair to the fan base? His fan base and the Clippers fan base? And to an extension, the NBA fan base, for you to be garnering superstar money when you're a part-time player. You're getting a full-time payment for a part-time player who may ultimately be, at best, just a really good player, because injuries are going to rob you of your gifts as a basketball player. And just it's just and to just go to the point I'm trying to make for, it's just unfair to your teammates for you to constantly being unavailable. And while he ain't the only one that low managed, he's kind of the face of that. You know what I'm saying? And it does look bad for you to constantly. Now, look, the organization is approving it, so you blame them too. But it looks bad for you to constantly keep getting these max deals, and then you just sitting on the sideline all the time. And then, unlike a Grant Hill who went through hell and high water to come back, it just kind of seemed like it just seemed like you kind of like just. I mean, I know what I understand how hard it is to be a professional basketball player, but the optics of it looks bad. It looks like sometimes like he just. I mean, I don't know, man. Just to a lot of us, it looks like he doesn't really give a shit sometimes. I know he does, but his personality just makes it appear like he doesn't really give a shit. I'll play when I want to play. That's what it makes. That's what it looks like to some fans. So that's why there's been a almost 180-degree turn when it comes to the fans' perception of Kawhi Leonard. So while he still will be a very productive player, it just seems like there's a pattern now. There's a pattern that's been established where every offseason he's coming back from an injury. Then he sort of gets into stride mid-season, and then his season abruptly ends right before the playoffs. And when it keeps happening like this, even if it's unfair, it makes it seem like it's purpose. It's on purpose. Like you're conning people, like it's a low management tactic. Even if it's just an unfortunate coincidence. And just for Kawhi Leonard's sake himself, this strategy of low management, is it really working? Because and there's rules in place now where you can't just sit back and not play 40 games or 30 games, at least not to the point where you don't get stripped of some honor situations or all NBA selections. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know what's up, cool. I just hope he has a healthy season, man. But it's just at some point you're like, man, come on, man, come on. And now he has to do a whole lot more heavy lifting now that Paul George is gone. Russell Westbrook, whatever his contributions were, they're gone. You know, so now you got a franchise that's going to depend on an often injured Kawhi Leonard and an unreliable, always looking for an angle to get traded, James Harden. James Harden get any type of difficulty, and his ass is angling to get up out of a team, but off of a team. But anyway, that's all I got to say about this one. Tell me what you guys think.